So this was crazy. I was able to run this one up. Um, ran this account up to 250, up to about 250, about 250 and some change actually. One trade wiped it out though. We was trying to push this thing real too heavy. I got too heavy. But being heavy, that helps. That's the only way to really accelerate it. So you do have to take some risks. I was trying to risk some profits and got stubborn, honestly. Let's see here. Now my whole system then froze up. Let's see. There we go. Let's get off of here. So you can see there we at 27 cents from 250. Went from 51, ran that up in like 3 or 4 days up to 250. And I said I was gonna stop. I had made a session right before that, saying that was the goal. I had made like I think I was at 197 coming in to the week. Ran that up to 250. I think that was in one trade. That was somewhere up in here, or let me see where that was here. Yeah, I think that was right up in here. But this is where it went wrong. So what I'm gonna do, implement on the next wave. We gotta have them thresholds. Cause I play kind of wide, so I kind of scale in. So I gotta have some type of threshold there. But I started getting in right around this 618 here. Okay, I think this was our first wave here. Then I started scaling in. I caught something here, there. Matter of fact, I think I was buying down this whole wave, and then I was really buying down this wave. All right, I start hitting this here. I got stopped out of everything right around here. And then let's see where we are today. And now we're back up there. So I had a few different things in mind. I was trying to buy this lower day, and then we was at a 618. And then after, of course we gapped up, but I thought we'd have a bigger retracement here, especially after this level here. So I was banking on this previous resistance right here. And then as that tanked, it was just bad. So I should have been getting out. I should have been boom out, right? Boom, I'm out. And once it goes wrong, and I knew better. I ain't gonna lie. But let's see here. So just with that wave, that was able to, but we was able to run it up to 250, $50, 250. I think we caught some moves on GJ, especially once that Ukraine and Russia situation popped off last week. Once that war was declared, that just really gave us a lot of fuel. And I was kind of thinking I was using that, thinking that the dollar would be a U.S. dollar. They're supposed to be, of course, talk of interest rates rising everywhere. So I was trying to use that as a catalyst in a sense and just buy it up. I was thinking that dip and it wouldn't fill that gap, but I was definitely wrong. So the name of the game is knowing how to be wrong for less and right for more. Look at gold, man. Look at this shit, man. Fucking gold. Gold is at 1940. God dang. This is stupid. But you gotta know these catalysts, man. You gotta, man, think about how many people, man, are eating off of this. So let's see. Quick analysis on gold. Let's see. See. So I got a whole little area here. And this is why these fibs, you can't, if you're using just fibs without structure, you out of there immediately. If you're using fibs without any structure, you are out of the game. Alright. got this whole candle here. Alright. Alright, on this low side for support, just quick support. But look at just from the day. Ooh, man. That's as wild as this big ass day. But you gotta think how much liquidity here these people need to get from underwater. So back to this US dollar CAD though. My main review, I just want to review basically right over here. So I had this level. I should have known gap fill, I mean, but I was also banking on a low of the day. It was a ADR low. We had reached, I mean, maxed out right around here. So I was thinking coming into the US and share session that we'll find some kind of support. Hadn't done really any fake out moves here through this whole move down. And just knowing that this was the fake out move, right? So what they was really collecting all the money below here, right? Collecting it even more here. All right. So they was on collect mode. Let's see, did it run up here? So usually what I do is scalp. I'm trying to scalp, turn my scalps into swings. That's the so it's a few things I'll be implementing on this next challenge um, that'll keep us in the game, right? Just to show you that $50 you can't turn that bad boy into. I've turned 30 into 3-4,000. Uh, taking that out, I've done 50 to 1,000. I've done that a few times. So just showing you what's possible. But watch on this next trade, and watch how we do the next rip. All right, let me see something here. What else could have helped me? Just reviewing some things on this last trade. Because the thing about when you're growing those small accounts, you have to do high risk, right? You have to. Just because of the nature of the game. You want big return, you have to do, um, large risk. And now you got to do that in a way that's strategic, though. So if you're not strategically doing that, you're definitely out of the game. And this didn't even complete all the way. Let me see something here. So this down move. So this was the move right here. Bam. Once that went back up, this was the move here. I was a day early. I should have known, and I should have stuck with my 250. I was about to come back. I said I'm done for the day. Um, or by now it could have been at like 4-5 easily, especially off of this run back up. So $50 to 250. That is insane. In like 3 days. Alright. Got sloppy at the end. Too damn sloppy. I think I had like on that 250, I probably had all together, probably about a .7 on, $7 a pip. Now that's as it's going down though. So my average price, I was trying to use a price averaging type of model, but my money wasn't strong enough at 250. I was playing too heavy, and that's just it going against the my expectations, right? So you gotta let your expectations not fully guide you like that, because that mug will do what you don't think when you don't think it would happen. Prime example of that was one of the good trades we got here. A part of that, um, right? A part of that 250 pushed us up. I think we did. Let's see. This was that. This was that Thursday, right? So Thursday of last week. This took us into the week good. We were really good on this day, and right here. This is right when the announcement of Russia going into war, basically. They had initiated war. And so from that, you know, that's what did it. So once this drop came, we had some good orders. We had orders from way up here. From right up here, let me see something. Yeah, so we start catching this down move right here. That Thursday came in, and this move was crazy. So let's zoom in here. We didn't go this way. Let's see. Yeah. So as this broke here, and the way I made this here is being tuned with the news basically. So I was in tune with the news, man. Some over the squawks. So if you can, definitely get you a squawk. You want to have that live news because they are watching all of news that you can watch and that you can't watch, right? So they're giving you that live feed right over the, right over the audio. Boom, this is happening. Bam. So right around here. So what I had, my setup was I was trying to buy a little higher anyway, or sell a little higher. But we came right here. So we was right here. And usually I like to start the selling right around that 375 level, right? Um, but we did have this, so I had this in mind. And what I really had was this low in mind. So once that low was broken, it was, oh man. And then I had already gotten the news. So once that happened, if you look at gold as well, a few people that we was with, they hit gold, right? They was able to called it out. Bam, gold about to go up. Gold is about to rally, and it did right in the Asian session. So we were able to do within those few days. I think I started to account Thursday anyway, cause that Wednesday I was like, man, something is gonna happen. Something that early that week, and man, I put 50 in there. I said let's run some up. What I should have done is taken that 50 out and started the next one. So I believe anyway though we caught some sales at this top up here. Honestly, as that level right here was breaking. Once that was breaking through, yeah, this level here. Let's see, that was on the 24. 24. All right here. So this gave us, I think we started to 50. I think right here in the day we did like close to 100% right here. So we got in, started here, started breaching here, and I started getting in right here actually. Reason being, that's a false break. That false break, boom. And then that news came out. Oh man, it was over. And so that was all of Asian session, right? Most people, you waiting for the London session open or something like that. Nope, you gotta be ready at every. That's 140 pips before 9 o'clock. So with that, we ran a few other GJ buys or sales throughout the day. You know what? I'm sure I probably caught the move, a small move up. Let me see if that was even. No, no, it wasn't nothing down there. That's straight sale all day. All right. So then you got this coming in, boom. Okay, I did catch some buys here too. Coming in that Monday. Yep. So it's here coming in that Monday, Sunday, Monday. Bam. We came back down here. Matter of fact, let me draw this here. So this is what we caught on that Monday. So that coming in the Asian session right here. We saw this right here. Boom. So if we zoom in, let's do this. Let's take that high for the hour. Seeing all these are inside of this candle. So let's go in here. Alright. Yeah, this was it right here. So we came into here. Boom. Look at this candle. And then here, a lot of people gonna sell here with this doji. Right? Especially if that broke. Let's see. That's it. Low is 154.20. Let's see. If I can get it, huh? That one will not pop up. Alright, let's see. So we got 154.20. Look at that. You see that? And that little baby bit of a pip low. It barely breached the low. This was the signal. Alright. So once you see this, bam, you could get in. Just from that little breach. Watch. Just watch. Guaranteed the entry would be like, and this is how we're able to push these accounts, right? Right up in here. Let's see. See, this is the start of that next hour. It breached there. You literally, I mean, if you would have waited here, you could have waited for this one to breach. It's a 5 pip stop. Right? And look how much, just on one little baby part of the move. 5 pips, say you got out on this bar. That's 23, 24, 25 pips. That's a 1 to 5. Now, if you would have actually really rode the move. Okay, here we go. Yep, right here. So with this big bar right here, this gave us a lot of signs here anyway. So then right here, boom. You in here, stops here, max here, right? Alright. Let's zoom out here. That's nearly a 10-to-1 trade, right? It's about 5 pips. Say on the bad end, 50 pips with the trailing, right? And if you watch our previous videos, you see how we trail. We just trail the bad boy as it goes. Okay. So back to the um, that dollar CAD that messed up the account. Where I start going crazy. Sometimes you win these, sometimes you don't, right? $50 challenge, you trying to see what you could push it to. Alright, so let's see here. And watch our previous video. If you watch the last video, you'll see I'm right at about 250 on there. Alright, so right here. We got that. And let me load up what we look at here. Let's see. One of our templates here. Okay. So what I was looking at, and I wish I had to let me put our ADR on here. So this is one of our indicators we're working on now. This basically gives you the you got your average daily range multiples, and this is another way we start exploding that account. So I do 1.5 other ADR. Do 125. And this is a custom indicator we've built. Alright, so let's see, this helps us when we're trading our larger accounts. And of course when we're not pushing it so hard where you can make you 5% a day easily. So let's see here. And then I'll do 2, right? That'll be for your extremes. Alright. Alright, yeah. This is where we really start going ham. This shows us that we were already extended past the ADR, right? Let's see what it was here. Look at that, ADR was 92 pips. This bad boy ended up running 156 pips. So about 90 pips. This sucker really ran, right? That's 1.5, and 2 is way down here. Alright. So we start buying this thing up. And I really start going heavy at the ADR. I start getting in right at that 618. We was below that low. So I thought that was gonna hold. That's why I thought we was gonna get a nice little bounce. But we didn't. So next time I'll be implementing some better stop management and better order management, things like that. But this is how you win, man. This is really then going over these type of times like this. If you review what you went wrong, and adapt, right? You cannot repeat those things again. So this was that low today already, right? Come here, bam. I think I start buying into here, so let's mark this off here. Alright, it'll be marked with that. Let's go in here. So I started playing right in there. There we go. So this is how we are able to really build, man. You take this here, the code is out. You got to think all the algorithms. If you think of algorithms trading, right? Algos are how are they trading? They're based off of certain rules, right? And what makes an algorithm so powerful, you could program them and place them on multiple markets at the same time. So you could trade. That's how a lot of these big hedge funds are trading, um, thousands of stocks a day. You know, options, especially in currencies. Currencies, man. Forex market, that's the largest market, right? All of money flow. Takes money flow to buy into stocks or into real estate. That's another thing. Anything. Before all that happens, guess what has to move? These currencies. For any major big deal that's over any nation. All right. So let's see here. All right. This was it here. This is where I started going wrong and I didn't let it go here. Right. Once it got here, I should have damn sure known. And it gave me a chance to get out here. And I didn't. So my setup here, I was trying to play this too far, too soon. Right, because I was initially in profit. And I said I was gonna scale here. I was supposed to get out right there. And that would have gave me a few bucks and we would have been able to go to the next day. Or even catch this short trade. Alright. Let's go to the 1 minute. We do a lot of our executions on the 1 minute. Alright, so let's see where is that right up in here? I believe it is. No, let's go down a little further. Here we go. Alright. So we start buying here. We saw this engulfing. Bam. Came down. Right. Now this is where I really should have gotten out. But we built in, right? And I was already expecting. Just kind of thinking that we may go down here. I went in too heavy. Once we broke up, I started getting heavier. Boom. Alright, let's see here. And then the thing about trading though, you gotta do everything in real time, right? It's easy hindsight, right? But when you're in real time, when you don't see over here, it's a whole different story. Alright, so let's see. It pops up here. We added more. And I think I start getting out a few of my positions here. And then I didn't right here. I should have stayed with this here. This would have helped me. I went against that. I was trying to weigh the news, interest rates, everything like that. Then I think we started having a measured move. It's at the low of the day. Bam. And then I started buying some more here. I bought through here. Expecting the US to come up. Right. Reason being, there hadn't been no stop points. Yeah, this was your first. This was the stop hunt. I should have been trading against that, but then it wasn't nothing major. Wasn't even no major volume here. Let's see. Yeah, once that dip, that should have been the time for that. All right, so bam. So that's the euro stops right there. And I think I took some shorts somewhere in here, but I took some scalps here because I was expecting buys. All right, so bam, and what would have helped a lot, right? Especially on this 1 minute, staying with these higher moving averages. That would have saved us. So let's see here. Now for the US, what I'm thinking coming into the US, is that it ain't been no other stop hunts really, and we're at the low today. So I'm thinking if this gonna have to continue down even, especially with kind of really three pushes right here, I'm thinking a move back at least up to here. This was what I was really hoping for. Even here, a move back in here once this happened. I'm thinking at least past this leg, right? And I was gonna take profits here. And then that would have been a nice ass stop hunt with this moving average. Something like this kinda. I just barely start peeking against it. So from that I was thinking that that retracement level was gonna peak against that, clear these stops possibly, and then head down. But no, it didn't happen like that. They just kept rolling with it. They just accumulated these sales here really. All above these levels. Boom, 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 boom. Let me see here. And this how you get better. You just analyze what you went wrong. How'd you go wrong? And that's how we're able to help on our our larger accounts. We just take these same principles, same methods, and we just apply those in a strategically, you know, not such heavy maximizing on the risk. $50 challenge again. Like I said, you gotta push them bad boys. So this was it right here. This was my sign right there. To not, and I was still buying. I was buying here into this level. And by then I didn't. It was so big I couldn't. I didn't even want to let that loss go. So I just kept on thinking that some type of pop was gonna happen. But as you could see, it just kept drifting down. Hit the ADR. I think that was my last set of heavy buys right here. All right. I'm seeing this. Yep. This was it. Cause we hit that 886. All right. We got that 886, and we had another level here. Let me. And it looks crazy though, like all the different levels and lines and things. But it's really not. When you're in real time, everything means something. All right. You got the pivots, moving averages for certain things here. So sometimes I trade against the moving averages and with the moving averages. Right. It's different ways because the banks are trading the same way. They're trading against the moving averages and with them. Right. Something like this here. Right. Once these cross up, they are selling into that cross. So sometimes I'll do that. Same thing. If it crosses up, I'm selling. And then I'm taking profit when it cross back down. Right. And see how they play that range. So let me see here. And what I could do, I could take the ADR off now. But this is our ADR indicator here. That helps knowing, kind of expecting where things are going, how far they may go if they are extended or. And usually what extends the moves is news, right? That's the thing. When you get something unexpected or something like that, that news is what's going to be that driving force. That driving force really helps. So, and let's look at gold again. By the way, man, gold is going. Oh man, it's going crazy. Look at that. Look at that. And we just draw this line. See, that's what I said. So now we're going here. We're clearing this whole thing, man. Oh man, let me see here. Let me check. Let me check one thing here. Cause see, if you know that war, they've been showing missile. They're blowing up Russian missiles, things like that. Of course, NATO's getting involved, um, helping out there. But it's getting crazy. So of course, with that, what's going to rally? Gold. Okay. Gold is definitely, it has to rally. You could just buy anywhere in a sense, right? If you got the bread, you could buy anywhere, even with the smaller accounts. Let's see here. Look at that, all the markets are down. All right, and Dow is just tanking. All right, euro tanking, even the dollar. Everybody's going to the yen. All right, which and the dollar's weakening, so everybody's going to gold. The dollar and the yen are tanking. They're going to gold. Bonds, things like that, guaranteed. And this is all over the world, so this global money flow. So it ain't just, this all the banks are buying this. As you can see here, all the banks were buying gold. Look, Asian, they bought. Euro, they bought. US, they bought. Look at this. And where are we going? 1950, of course. Yeah, so gold is going crazy. And this is the end of the day, right? So this is going to be, let's see. And look at this gap. All right. And let's see where this, look at this. Do you think this stuff is a coincidence or what? Of course not. Look at this. This weekly gap, right? I hadn't even known that. I didn't even know that until I analyzed it. So again, like I said, we will be starting a $50 challenge again this month. Soon we'll be broadcasting the whole thing, running it up, showing you how sometimes we are able to turn these $50 into $3,000, $4,000 within a week, 2 weeks, something like that. Um, and of course, we got our larger accounts, so we don't trade like this on all the accounts. Um, but I am here just to show you that you can turn these $50, into something. So we'll be doing it a little more strategically, showing you exactly how to do a little, stay safe basically within the high risk. Like I said, you do have to grow those $50 thing, you have to do a higher amount of risk. You're not gonna grow the $50, I mean you can, risking those 2%, 1%, but overall you're not, right? You wanna really max that risk out. And for that, that's where you have your tighter stops and things like that. As that account grow, the best thing to do is to reduce the risk. But if you got a certain goal in mind, which I had, of course I did, 3, 4,000, things like that, we're able to max those out. But as you can see here, gold again, man, this is going crazy. And like I said, you cannot use fibs by themselves, right? Fibs is just a measurement tool, a line basically. Now, matching that fib with, like I tell a lot of people, you want to know your support and resistance before you add any indicator. So let's. I'm thinking we going. I'm pretty sure. Then most likely you got to get into probabilities, man. Know what's how probable a certain move is. What's gonna happen. Um, those help, and then you start adding your indicators. All right. Once you get the price action, then everything falls in line. So it's, and like I said, I mean, right here, look at all of this. This is nothing here. This is a nice void up until it's wick, right? All of this. This is going here, 1950 for sure, right? Let's see here. So can you go over the indicators? Yeah, the indicators here that we go through here, and everything means something, right? So, um, like I tell people, it looks crazy if you just come in and look at it, but everything means something. All right. So to simplify it here, let's see here. So we do have some of our own custom indicators that we've built that we use here. Um, and I have a few other helpful ones here. This is a good one. And what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna minimize that. To make it helpful here, what I do, I just put it on a 30-minute. All right. So here we got our ADR. All right. That's expected move. How far can something go? That helps us a lot, especially during the beginning of the day. All right. We got our moving averages. This, of course, trends. Right? Trends. How to catch the trends when it chops. They don't really work. So then, when they're like this here, jumbled up, I'm playing highs and lows. Right? Of ranges. Something like this here. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. They help with trends, long-term trends. And what I do is, I play them on all the time frames. I use every time frame, every one of them. All right, so let's see here. So we got our pivots. Move here for the day. Bam. Once this move came back above this pivot, easy trade right here. That's a breakthrough, breakout trade. All right. And then here gave you the retrace. Bam. In here somewhere. Gave you a little steam, and look at this move. This was easy. Easy. This was a beautiful trade setup here. That's 240 pips right there. ADR is up, so this gives us the range here. Both of these kind of standard deviations. It's kind of like looking at the Bollinger Band, but without the Bollinger Band. So this is what I use. I use these two for volatility and volume, right? Low volume, high volume, right? I want to trade in high volume, high ADR, and high breakouts, basically. When these are low here, you want to be looking. You want to be looking for the move, for these breakouts. See when this broke out? So we got another indicator that we've built that'll alert us right when this happens. Right? When this thing is breaking out, when expansion is happening. Look at all of this. See how that's a perfect buy? Your volume is increased. Your ADR, ATR, that's increased. Everything is increased at the break. Bam. Yen. Alright. So this move here, you didn't even have no people getting out at the end. Alright, so this may continue. I'm telling you, it's going to 1950 for sure. So we got our moving averages, And we use these on all the time frames. So when one time frame is chopping, you can play a low time frame. I'm just looking for the same type of movement on all these time frames. And look how many setups basically you have here. Oh, this was perfect here. This was perfect. And would help right here for the stop points. Something else I was trying too was the Elliott wave. If you know a little Elliott wave, that helps too. But honestly, what messed me up this wave was the I was counting a 3-wave, 5-wave type of structure down, and that ended up jacking with me. So let me see here. So this was a good entry right here for the U.S. You see this, bam, and then they're gonna trap all these people here. This was the trap within the trap. See this one, this isn't taken out. They're gonna make one somewhere, right? Somewhere. This could have been it. This was their first wave probably. Boom, hit you again, and this is probably the equities open. Let's see. So you got 15. That's 7 o'clock. So you need 16:30. Let's see where that is. Okay. Yep, right around here. This would have been perfect for the equities. Came back here, gave you another chance, and you was able to take that market up. So again, we're gonna be trying this $50 challenge again. We've gone over the trade that messed us up this round. But the next round we'll keep it moving. See how we can turn these $50 into 3-4 thousand, and really have enough to do something. Again, we don't trade like this on our big accounts, just our small accounts when we're doing these type of challenges. And we'll keep you all posted. We'll keep posted on the next rounds, and we'll go from there. Thank you for tuning in.